How are you? I hope you are well from wherever you are. Welcome back once again to your favorite channel. I am Wisedom Mesiya, your daily host, right? I hope you are very well. You know, things are just bad out there, but I pray that the Lord keep you safe till the storm passes by. Yes, once again, as we know, that is very important to keep connected. In times like this, we have to keep connected, to the heavenly source, because at our own, guys, we cannot cope. We just cannot cope. So, for our devotion today, we'll make use of Psalm chapter 121, verses 1 and 2. I'll read in your hearing, right? Yeah, I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from whence comes my help. My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. Powerful. David says, I will lift up my eyes to the hills. I was wondering, why would David say, I lift up my eyes to the hills? I then noticed that when someone lifts up their eyes to the hills, they will see the skies. And when they see the sky, what else they will see, friends? They will see the sky. They will see the skies, then they will think about heaven. Probably in other ways. I was just trying to say, when everything is happening down here on planet Earth, my focus is not put on these earthly things, but my focus is always put on things on high, right? Then on verse 2 he says, my help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. Wow, this is brilliant. My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. You know, guys, David was a king, right? He was very wealthy. Probably if you're a king, you are bound to be very wealthy. He was wise. He even had the best counselors. He even had everything that he wanted to get. I'm sure he was able to afford it. The best security, the best bodyguards. He can even had maybe the best juror hall or the best security you can ever think of. But he says to us, my help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. Imagine, in all these things, in all that comfort zone in which he was in, he still says, my help comes from God, not from these earthly things. If I were David, maybe I was just going to say, yeah, my help will come from my mates, or my help will come from my messenger, or my help will come from my army. He had one of the best armies, as you know. So, but he does not do all that. Through it all, in that comfort zone, he still realizes that I cannot rely in a human being 100%. So I just prepared 3 points on why would David say my help comes from God. Just 1, 2, and 3, then we'll be done, right? The first point, you cannot rely in a human being because a human being changes. A person can change. One of our attributes as human beings, one of the best attributes we can put in our CVs or in our resumes when we're looking for employment, we should just write, I change. Human beings change. For example, someone can promise you something today, this morning, and say, I'm just going to give you a certain amount of money tomorrow morning. And you sleep with your hopes up, hoping that the person will just give you that. But lo and behold, in the morning, they don't even do any of that. A human being can change. It does not even need a year to change. They can even change overnight. Overnight. So David said that I cannot trust a human being. I cannot expect help from a human being because he or she can change overnight. The second point, why will David say, my help comes from the Lord? A human being lies. Yes, is lying. People can lie. A person can lie. There are some people who are so gifted to understand that they can even create up something, cook up lies that are not even them. There are some people who can even cook lies to an extent that you can even be moved. Your emotions can be disturbed. So a human being can tell you something that is not even there. A human being, part of the lies, while we're still on the second point, a human being can promise and fail to fulfill, right? For example, so many of you have been promised things. Some of you were promised visas, some of you were promised sponsors, some of you were promised scholarships, some of you were promised even heaven and earth. But look at where you are today. none of it was fulfilled because it was just but a mere human being, right? A human being can lie, my friend. A human being can lie, my sister. Therefore, David says, I cannot cope with a human being who does things like this. Therefore, my help comes from the Lord. Then the last point, a human being, can get moody. Out of the blue, boom, someone just gets moody. A conversation will be flowing. Before you know it, someone has turned green already. You even wonder, where have I pressed wrong? Where did I cross the person? It's in our nature. It's a nature of humanity to get mood. You sleep on 100% mood. Then tomorrow morning when you wake up, you think of resuming the mood. Boom, you find out that the mood is on -100 this morning, and you have to cope with that. A human being can get mood just like that. And David was like, since, for example, David used to go to war, right? And imagine, suppose his hope or his help was a person. Then this hope in this morning just wake up very mood. And David is like, my hope, my help, let's go for war, please. Let's go to war. Then the hope is like, no, I'm not feeling well. And the hope is just mood. Can you just imagine? You cannot trust in a human being. You cannot count in a human being. You cannot rely in a human being. Rather, have faith in Jesus Christ, friends. We're living in the last periods of this world, where sins keep on unfolding. Everything is just but hopeless. When you look at this world with the naked eye, we can't cope. Things are just bad. We live in troublous situations. But we cannot give up. Let us expect help from the Lord. When Jesus says, I will do this, surely he will, my brother. Stop looking for help in humanity. Stop looking for sympathy from people, because people will bring you disappointments, will bring you heartbreaks, will just give you empty promises. When you expect help in the right place, your heart or your soul and your spirit will be spared from such things. No one, I repeat, no one owes you anything in this planet, my brother. No one owes you anything, my sister. Not even your father. Your father doesn't owe you anything. Your mother does not owe you anything. Your sister, your spouse, your husband, your boss, no one owes you anything except your Jesus. Not even your government. They don't owe you anything. You are a child of God. You were redeemed with the precious blood at Calvary. Therefore, you should expect help from God because he is your Father. Yes. So I want to invite you, friends, in these troublous times, do not expect help from a human being. A human being can die, yes. A human being can just vanish, can just leave you. But expect help from only the Lord, because he does not change. You can read Malachi chapter 3, verse 8. The Bible says, verse 6, I am the Lord, I do not change. Praise be God, friends. Because the God we serve does not even change. He was God, he is still God, and forever shall he remain God. He is still God. Therefore, put your trust in him. Put your trust in this God who does not change. Put your trust in this friend who sticketh closer than a brother. Are you worried about something? Have you been disappointed before? Are you going through a heartbreak? Are you worried about the sins of the world? Are you worried about this unrest that is happening around? The answers for your questions are only found in Jesus. The answers of everything that you are going through are only found in Jesus. He even promised, yes. David writes this on Psalm chapter 46. He says, our God is a very present help in times of trouble. Our God is a very present help in times of trouble. So, we have to smile. Smile. Do you aware with that long face? Because you have a Father who runs the universe. You have a Father who is always very present Every time when you go into trouble, he is already there. Remember, your help should come from the Lord, because it does not change. He cannot lie. He does not get moody. He does not change. He was God. He is God. And forever shall he remain God. So friends, for today, we'll hold it right here. See you next time. But please, before you end this one, don't forget to subscribe just on the link below. Don't forget to subscribe. And please leave your comments. Your comments will be very, very, very much appreciated. Otherwise, keep safe till we meet again.